So USC and UCLA jumped to the Big Ten, so everybody understand that the revenue sharing is not automatic. Just because you join a conference does not mean that they're all under the same conditions. It's just like getting a job. You may get the same job at the same company I did, but you were able to better negotiate your contract than I was. So you're going to make $100,000 a year, and I'm going to make $92,000 a year, or whatever. Okay, Maryland and Rutgers first joined the Big Ten during the 2013-14, or may have been 14-15. The first football season was in 14. That was a long time ago, and still not receiving a full share of Big Ten money. USC, UCLA, right out of the gate in 2024 will receive a full share. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw reports that even at that point, Maryland and Rutgers will still not be at a full share. That's incredible.
It's incredible, but it's certainly, I think, savvy business on the part of the Big Ten. That we all know why the Big Ten brought Maryland and Rutgers into the conference. It was for those cable subscriptions in Washington, D.C., in New York, getting a foothold into those markets and getting a lot of cable subscriptions. And now what is it? With USC, it's the Big Ten being able to not only get into the LA market, but as Tony Altomore said on the Voice of College Football, it's getting this alignment of elite research academic institutions, all the networking, all the major developments that can create on numerous levels, hardly limited to sports, hardly limited to college football, and all those other many academic and other fields of activity for the Big Ten. So because of the value that USC in particular, also UCLA, but mostly USC can bring to the Big Ten, we don't have to really wonder why getting an instant and full revenue share compared to what Rutgers and Maryland bring to the table. And of course, Rutgers and Maryland, they are getting a significant boost in prestige relative to where they were. Certainly Rutgers. Like, we could quibble about Maryland in terms of being in the ACC and the basketball brand, but certainly in terms of football, like, they both are receiving still a lot more money than they had been. But USC, of course, is in a totally different league. We at Trojans Wire, we talked to the editor of Rutgers Wire, Christian Dyer, about this, and he's cool with it. Like, he understands how the game is played. He understands that USC is a big fish and Rutgers is a tiny little fish in the pond. So we're mature adults. We can see where our relative places in the world are. That's how the way it goes, and there's an understanding of that throughout the Big Ten community.